Hi, I'm Nancy Rathbun from Completely Quilted in Ponca City, Oklahoma. Thank you for purchasing our Festive Tulips block of the month. Today we're working on your block 9 block of the month. Now we're pretty far along in the program, and so a lot of these units are starting to be sewn together the same that we've been sewing them. So the first step is sewing a little flying geese unit. That's a background rectangle with 2 tiny tulips sewn on each side with your diagonal seam. The only difference here is that you're pressing towards the background. So that means that your seams are going to be towards the triangle. You're also going to be making flying geese units with the background, only we're using the warm 1 purple. And these are going to be pressed towards the warm 1. So you can see the difference here on the back side of where those are pressed. Okay. Also, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making another star unit. So this star unit, I've already sewn 2 of my flying geese units to either side of my center square. And now we need to finish that. Now I'll have 2 more of these units on top and bottom, but I need the little corner squares. So the corner squares are made by sewing our half square triangles together. Now this is the same that we've done it also. So that's where we mark a diagonal line from corner to corner and sew 1/4 of an inch away from either side. And then what we do is we cut those apart. These are also going to be pressed towards the dark, and these are going to be the little corners for this little star. So we need to make sure that that's oriented with those triangles going away from the star. I'll go ahead and sew these together and we'll have our center finished. So here's the row that's going to be sewn on the top, and then I also have my bottom over here. I'm still finger pressing all of my units. That has not changed. So I'll go ahead and sew these together and have my center star finished. So there's my finished center star. So we're going to make these flying geese units again, and we're going to sew a background square on either side. So we'll have a little unit that looks like this. You'll have 4 of these. These are going to be sewn onto our long piece. Now this was just a long rectangle where I made 2 diagonal seams, and they're going in opposite directions. So when I fold that open, it looks like this here. And so this is going to be sewn right on top, almost like a little boat, little sailboat unit. So, or a little flower. We're going to sew 4 of these together. So I have all of these little boat flowers, whatever these blocks are, those are all sewn together. And I'm going to sew 1 of these on each side of my center square. So it will look like this, and then I'll have another one on this side here. Here's my center with 1 of these flower blocks on each side. Now I need to sew my top and bottom rows. So I still have my 2 flower blocks. They're going to go on top and bottom here. But I need corner squares. And so what I did was I sewed together these little 4-patch units. So each little 4-patch unit has a dark and a light green and 2 background pieces. So you'll sew this together, and you'll just need to make sure that they're oriented with the light green towards the center star when you sew these together. So there's our top row. And you can tell that I'm still finger pressing because nothing stays nice and flat. But this top row is going to be sewn on the top, and then we'll have another one that looks just like that on the bottom. So you can see those flowers kind of blooming out from our center star. I'm going to sew this block together, and then I'm going to apply the star point, and you'll be finished with your block number 8. Hi, I'm Nancy Rathbun. Thank you for watching our Festive Tulips block of the month. We just completed block number 9. Stay tuned for block number 10.